A warm welcome to each and every one of you here to Commodity Market Movers 2025, connecting traders, brokers, and markets. Well, it's a beautiful morning, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking a time out to be here with us. And on behalf of Tefla, once again, greetings to you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence with our proceedings for the day, we'd like to let you in onto our forthcoming events. And for those of you who'd like to take a note and be a part of these experiences, of course, we're inviting you to these. So here we have it on the screen, our forthcoming events for the year.
5 Leela Ambiance Gurugram, Farmer First Forum and Asia Africa Agri Alliance Week 2030.
Delight for me to be here in the midst of this, what should I say, glittering galaxy of very distinguished dignitaries. I'm truly honored and humbled that I've been asked to speak on super fundamentals. Super fundamentals is a term I came across very recently, and that term excited me. All of us know about fundamentals, but what are super fundamentals is something that set me thinking, and therefore I want to share with you some of my thoughts, because those in commodity trade understand the word fundamentals. And usually it refers to supply and demand, okay? The supply numbers, demand numbers, etc. And then that gives you a picture, and then you take a trading decision based on those numbers, whether the market is in deficit, the market is in surplus, etc., etc. But in the last probably 25 years or so that I can recall, the market went to the next higher level beyond supply and demand numbers, beyond S&D. Let me be clear, S&D is extremely important. You can't wish away S&D. You need to bear in mind S&D. But beyond S&D, very substantial impact on the commodity market is exerted by about 6 factors, which I'll share with you. And I've been talking about these 6 factors probably for the last 20 years or so. Okay, and therefore we have gone one level higher than mere S&D numbers to 6 major drivers of the market. Will you alert me at the end of 14 minutes? I need to stop at 15 minutes. Okay, what are those 6 major drivers of the market that go beyond the S&D numbers? Economic growth. There's a positive correlation between economic growth and commodity demand or commodity consumption. Many of the commodities are actually called growth commodities. Steel, for example, crude oil, for example, copper, for example, cotton, for example. All these are growth commodities. As economic growth picks up, demand for these commodities also pick up, which is very important. Therefore, we need to track economic growth. There are various ways in which we can track economic growth. There are leading indicators, OECD, composite leading indicators, etc. I'm not going into any of that, but economic growth is one factor. The second one is geopolitics. All of us know how geopolitics.
Honorable Shri Sanjeev Sanyal, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Commodity Market Movers 2025. It is a privilege to open this conference in Mumbai, a city that hosted Asia's first futures market in 1875, and today serves as the stage where the future of global trade is being written. This forum unites traders, investors, tech innovators, and policymakers. The entire ecosystem working together to navigate a new era. Volatility and regulatory shift define commodity markets today, making informed collaboration more crucial than ever. Yet, our outlook is optimistic. India stands at a strategic cusp. After decades as a price taker, we now have the potential to become price setters in the global commodity trade. The world is watching India emerge as a driver of global commodity demand. This is a moment to innovate, from modernizing our exchanges to harnessing fintech and sustainable practices, ensuring India not only adapts to global shifts but leads them. On behalf of Teflas, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the MCQube team, our knowledge partner, NCDEX, our exchange partner, and Transgraph for their relentless efforts, to all our sponsors for believing in this vision, and to all the participants and attendees for being here. We are especially honored by the presence of Shri Sanjeev Sanyal, so your vision and insights inspire us. As we begin this powerful day of dialogue, I warmly invite you to join us for the next chapter, which is World Commodity Forum taking place on the 30th and 1st of October at Geneva Marriott Hotel. Once again, welcome to Commodity Market Movers 2025, and thank you.
Thanks. At the outset, Teflas, thank you for not just this opportunity to speak here, but for thinking about this concept and starting this. In a career of about 35 years, I got introduced to commodities very late in the last quartile of my career. And I think I am still an exception because I believe that most of India's policymakers, industry, finance, and almost every segment of the market generally stays uneducated about this segment. And I think that is where I really thought this event could make a difference. An event where we have good content, an event which is not biased by any one particular segment, and an event where we actually think, talk, and discuss matters. What is our role? Well, as people who have some industry understanding, we will help curate the sessions. Hopefully, all of you like what you see today. Our endeavor is to publish at least one white paper at the end of every such event that we are associated with Teflas, so that we can present it to the policymakers. And hopefully, and as I keep telling whenever I attend a conference, I think a conference is a great networking opportunity, but it will be a waste of time if we have a repeat of the same session and the same topic next year. We should have discussed something this year, which all of us will action during the year, and discuss something new next year. But again, I look forward to this becoming a marquee event as the time comes, and thank you, Teflas, for getting all of us together. Look forward to a very engaging day today. Thank you.
I stand here to welcome all of you in this forum. And I stand here as a citizen of fourth largest economy and a country with 140th per capita income. Why I am saying this? Because global development can be summed into two parts: the consumption of energy and consumption of commodity. And if India is going to become richer, India is going to become wealthier in the days to come. One thing is for sure, our consumption of energy and consumption of commodities is going to go up. And as a country, as a citizen, we have to see that we have been the richest country in the world for 1700 years out of 2000 years of documented history. And the cycle is turning as commodity cycles turn, and our turn is coming back again. And we have, as a country, as people, as citizens, and all participants, we have not seen China becoming wealthy. We have not seen people becoming billionaires out of China. But India is one country where wealth is worshipped, and where rich is not hated. And we believe this is the time where India is going to spurn out a lot of billionaires, and they are going to come out of commodity cycle. Here, it is about how we rise ourselves through the medium of these conferences, through medium of the knowledge exchange, from the country who follow the price setting, or a country who creates the price. We have to set ourselves from the phase of resisted rise to assisted rise, because as a country we are going to get into that phase, and again to resisted rise, because as we'll become bigger, the Western countries will stand against us. And that is where energy, food, and commodity security is essential for us. And last and not the least, why Indians are good commodity traders? Because we understand two concepts. We understand zero and we understand infinity. And this is how God is defined in our culture. And why God is defined in our culture? Because earth is the key part of our Purusharth. And let us make this country wealthy, let us all get wealthy, and let's bring an aspect of risk into our life and see how we make our country great again. Thank you very much, and over to you.
Dignitaries and friends here. The house is full today in the morning of working day. We are all from commodities, and I know all of us have to work 16 hours a day, especially in that time where tweets are moving the markets by 5%, 10%. So Monday to Friday, Mr. Sanyal, we all work 16 hours a day. Saturday, Sunday, we have our own time to recoup. And I must tell you, Sumit was talking about India and Indian heritage. The largest reserves of the gold in hands of population is in India. So gold prices have now gone through the roof, silver has gone through the roof. So Indians are rich. Government of India also is trying to become rich. And but I must tell you and compliment Mr. Sanyal because he is the member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Committee and he has been the Chief Economic Advisor as well. But not only that, I believe he is a true nationalist. He's all the blogs, he's all articles and everything what he writes. In fact, I am a fan of him, I can tell you that. This is the first time I'm meeting him, but I'm reading him since many years. And in every article of his, there is great amount of economics and great amount of true nationalism. So let's give him a big hand to Mr. Sanyal.
Can show my, yeah. So let me first thank Teflas and all of you for giving me this opportunity to come and speak here today. Many of you know me, some for many, many decades, like my friend Rugang here, who has known me for some 30 odd years. Yes, I'm older than I look. And so please don't flick this up. So the thing that I would like to speak about today is actually not related directly to commodities. Because I figured there's no point in coming and talking to experts in a subject about their own subject when I am actually more likely to learn from you than the other way around. So I thought I will talk to you about something that, however, is of interest to all of you, which is about how do policymakers make reforms. So as many of you are aware, this year we will go past Japan and become the world's 4th largest economy. In the next 24 months, we will go past Germany and become the world's 3rd largest economy. We are by some margin now the fastest growing economy in the world, and with declines in interest rates and inflation, we can decline interest rates and other things. And there is now a large number of free trade agreements we are signing. So there is an opportunity here to ramp up our growth as well. Not only are we already the fastest growing economy, we can actually, there's an opportunity to actually ramp up that pace as well. But this does not come by generally because, we have, many people will say, because there's demographic dividend is there, or we are a poor country, so it's natural that we'll go faster and so on. There's nothing natural about growth. If we are poor today, we were even poorer in the 1970s when we were not growing. There are many countries in Africa who are much poorer than us. They're also not growing. And there are many countries that went through demographic dividends and didn't grow at all. For example, Sri Lanka went through its entire demographic cycle and is now rapidly.
You want to close the dormant companies, you have two things called AOC 4 and MGT 7, appointment of auditors and filing of the business. So the fine for that is 100 rupees per day. So many times what happens is 3 years or 4 years they don't do anything.
That we have platforms like Tefla's to discuss commodities. In this case, it's about commodities. But of course, having platforms to bring people, policymakers and market participants together to discuss issues, to build partnerships so that we can take India forward into the becoming the world's 3rd largest economy and of course Viksit Bharat in the next 20-25 years. So that requires a partnership, and that it's good to see platforms like Tesla coming forward to take these up in their space as commodities, but of course there are other platforms that are working in other spaces as well. Thank you. तो देखिए, कमोडिटी मार्केट हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था का एक महत्वपूर्ण अंश है। इसमें एग्रीकल्चर भी है, मेटल्स भी हैं, एनर्जी भी है, और इस मार्केट ये जो कमोडिटीज़ का जो बाज़ार है उसमें विकास होने की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि अगर हम विकसित भारत होना चाहिए तो उसका एक तरीके से आधार होगा कि कमोडिटी मार्केट्स आगे बढ़ें। तो ऐसे जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जैसे टेफ्ला जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे हम लोग जो इसमें बातचीत कर रहे हैं, जैसे मार्केट पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, जो नीति बनाते हैं, मेरे जैसे पॉलिसी मेकर्स, उनमें एक पार्टनरशिप हो, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। थैंक यू।
बिल्कुल। नमस्कार, मैं सुमित गुप्ता, आई एम पार्ट ऑफ वसीडा ग्लोबल, जो ये इवेंट जो आज आप देख रहे हैं कमोडिटी मूवर, उसका एक इंटीग्रल पार्ट है। हमारा ये मानना है, हमारा देश जिस हिसाब से प्रगति कर रहा है उसमें कमोडिटीज़ का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है, क्योंकि अगर आप ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट देखें तो आपको सिर्फ दो चीज़ें चाहिए, कमोडिटी और दूसरा एनर्जी। और जिस हिसाब से हमारी इकॉनमी बढ़ रही है, आज हम 4th लार्जेस्ट इकॉनमी हैं। जैसा संजीव सान्याल जी ने बोला 24 महीने में हम 3rd लार्जेस्ट इकॉनमी हो जाएगा, तो उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा जो बढ़त आएगी वो कमोडिटी डिमांड में आएगी। आज हम चाहकर भी कमोडिटी वर्ल्ड से दूर नहीं रह सकते, इसलिए हमारे लिए बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि हम देखें कि ना केवल कमोडिटी को समझें, उसको उसका रिस्क मैनेजमेंट सीखें, और अगर हमको भारत में मेक इन इंडिया को सक्सेसफुल करना है तो हमको कमोडिटीज़ में रिस्क मैनेजमेंट की अंडरस्टैंडिंग को आम जनता के लिए बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। और ये एक छोटा सा प्रयास है उस डायरेक्शन में, जहाँ पर हम इंडस्ट्री पार्टिसिपेंट्स को एक जगह ला रहे हैं, जहाँ पर आगे आने वाले समय में हम अपने आप को कैसे प्लान कर सकते हैं, इस देश में हम कैसे कमोडिटी सिक्योरिटी ला सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल फूड सिक्योरिटी, न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी, ये सब इसी का पार्ट है, और वो देश की तरक्की के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
कमोडिटीज़ एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय है, और इस विषय के बारे में जानकारी शायद कम लोगों को है, और इस विषय के बारे में आस्था और भी कम लोगों को है। हमारी इच्छा ये है कि इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंस में से कमोडिटी के विषय में एक सबके साथ सहमति बने, और जो भी हमें सरकार के साथ नए विषयों पे नियम लाने हैं, नए लॉज करने हैं, कमोडिटी ट्रेडिंग के बारे में जो हमें चेंजेस करने हैं, उसके बारे में एक सहमति बन सके, और आगे बढ़ के हम भारत में कमोडिटी ट्रेडिंग के बारे में, कमोडिटी हेजिंग के बारे में एक बहुत ही बड़ा मार्केट बना सकें।
सॉरी, एक सेकंड। सबसे पहले मैं अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहूँगा। मेरा नाम आदिल सिंह है और मैं टेफ्लास का डायरेक्टर हूँ। टेफ्लास एक साल में 30 से ज़्यादा कमोडिटी रिलेटेड इवेंट्स करता है, जिसमें एग्री में हमारा सबसे ज़्यादा फोकस है। और आज हम यहाँ पे है मुंबई में सेंट रेजिस होटल में, जहाँ पे कमोडिटी मार्केट मूवर्स का इवेंट हो रहा है। ये इवेंट मैंने जब ओपनिंग स्पीच दिया, मेरा बहुत खुशी की बात थी, क्योंकि एशिया का सबसे पहला फ्यूचर्स मार्केट एक्सचेंज इंडिया में खुला था, मुंबई के शहर में 1875 में। और आज हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कमोडिटी मार्केट्स का आगे ट्रेड क्या होगा, स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होनी चाहिए। हमारे पास मोर देन 200 लोग यहाँ पे जमा हुए हैं, जिनसे अच्छा रिस्पांस है और लोगों का बहुत अच्छा नेटवर्किंग एस्पेक्ट भी मिल रहा है। जैसे आज आपने संजीव सन्याल के प्रेजेंटेशन से सुना होगा कि गवर्नमेंट हर तरीके से कोशिश कर रही है, अलग इंडिविजुअल एनजीओज़ भी अपने इनिशिएटिव्स ला रहे हैं कि इंडिया को सबसे पहले आगे पोजीशन किया जाए। और इसमें इंडिया के बहुत सारे कंपनीज ऑलरेडी इन्वॉल्व है और सब लोग ये इनिशिएटिव को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। वापस बोलिए प्लीज़। आज के ज़माने में आप देखेंगे इतना जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशन चल रहा है, बट इंडिया का स्ट्रैटेजी इसमें बहुत अलग है। इंडिया मेक इन इंडिया पे वापस जाके मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि सेल्फ सफिशिएंट होने की कोशिश कर रही है, और इस तरीके से इंडिया का एक एडवांटेज मिलेगा मार्केट में।